Yes, time for all the news and updates, and you know full well what I'm about to get into. Of course, this past weekend was packed full of competitions, and we have results for you to go through. Now, of course, by way of a full disclosure, if you do want to see these results yourself, we have shared them all out there, of course, on the Big Rab Show social media, so you can see exactly who won what, but Oh, let's get into it. This is so exciting. Well, let's first of all turn our attention to Gurrock, shall we? Now, whenever the results for Gurrock were released, they were first of all published by Pipe Band and Chill on social media. So, thank you to the folks over there at Pipe Band and Chill. The results kind of confused us initially. We weren't sure how exactly it worked because as they read out each grade from 1st to 6th, then they also had the confined results as well. And whenever I was asking about that, what does it mean by confined? And a lot of people here in Northern Ireland were familiar with this as well. That the confined meant that they were confined to bands within that particular association. So yes, for Gurrock competition, there were a good number of bands that travelled from outside of that jurisdiction and competed as a result. So we do have different overall winners from our confined winners. I hope that makes some sort of sense. So the confined is for bands within that particular branch, and the overall is the overall. So I hope that clarifies that. So let's get into it then, shall we? Kicking things off with our winner of Grade 4B at Gurrock. The overall winner was Dundee High School, which was absolutely fantastic. Well done, everyone. Our winner of Grade 4A then was Lower Clyde Pipes and Drums. Stupendous. Well done, guys. That was brilliant. On to Grade 3 then. Our winner of Grade 3 overall was Johnstone. Yeah, who put on one heck of a performance too. So I've actually seen it and watched it. It was really, really enjoyable. So well done. And on to Grade 2 then. Our winner, who fought quite a hard-fought competition, if we're honest. The overall winner was Uddingston Pipe Band. And listening to the performance, the band sounded simply brilliant. So I think at this point we'll maybe listen to a little clip of them. Fantastic stuff there. Well done to everyone at Uddingston, lifting up the top spot, as well as lifting the drumming for that grade as well in Grade 2. So they also won the confined as well. So quite a good weekend's work there by the guys of Uddingston. Well done. On to Grade 1 then, of course. Everyone was watching with great interest because it had some proper big names in there for Gurrock. And of course, the top spot went to, well, you probably know by now, it went to Fife Polis. Yeah, so, absolutely stellar performance by the guys at Fife. But the confined results also, they went to Shots. Yeah, so Shots picking up the top spot for the confined. And then for the overall, it went to Fife Police. So let's have a little listen to Fife Police then, as they did the business this past weekend in Gurrock. There you have it. Sounding well. Yeah, well done to Five Polis there. And the drumming on the day actually went to Shots and Co. So there you go. The Shots and Untitled Caledonia Pipe Band lifting the drumming. So quite an entertaining competition. And I have to say that, listening to performances and watching all those videos online, can I just say that the standard has not dropped at all, in my humble opinion. I have yet to hear these bands in person, which could be a different experience, so don't get me wrong. But listening to the recordings and watching the videos and stuff that's been posted, I can honestly say that I think the standard has either remained the same as it was in 2019 or has increased ever so slightly. So, yeah, well done to everyone there in sunny Gurrock. I think it was a pretty awesome competition all round. I seen people eating ice cream, snapping selfies, and just having the best possible time. Yeah. So, yeah, awesome stuff from Gurrock. Let's move on to the next competition then that happened this past weekend. Of course, that was Bankery. Now, again, not as huge a competition as what Gurrock was this past weekend, but still incredibly hard fought on a lot of different counts. Looking at Grade 4A then, lifting the top spot, we had the Vale of Atholl. Go on, the Vale! Yeah! Go on, the Vale is right. So well done there. And lifting the drumming and bass section as well. So not bad at all for Grade 4A. On to Grade 3A then, lifting the top spot was the Vale. Go on, the Vale! Yeah. I have to do that each time. I suppose I do, don't I? Go on, the Vale. Lifting the top spot there in Grade 3. Going on to Grade 2 then, lifting the top spot then was Buck and Peterson. Yes, not bad, and with a great performance as well. And they also lifted the drumming as well, and also played up a grade, of course, into Grade 2, and Grade 1, and they lifted the Grade 1 competition as well, with Portlethan coming a very close second. There you are. So not a bad weekend for Buck and Peterson, the folks at the Vale of Atholl as well. But there's one performance in particular that really did pique my interest, and that was by D-Side Caledonia in Grade 2. Now, the reason is, for the music selection and how it was played. So detailed and interesting. I think we'll play a little clip of D-Side Caledonia here at this point, just to kind of get you a bit of a flavour as to what I heard. The quality of the recording might not do them justice there, but I did get the gist of what they were trying to achieve, and I did think it was quite a clinker of a run, actually, so there you are. Really thoroughly enjoyed that D-side, so yeah. As much as I'm just reading out the winners of each grade here, I would urge you to go back and listen to all of these recordings of all the bands in all grades. Like I said, so that D-side Caledonia putting on quite a great performance there. Coming up second in Grade 3 and third in Grade 2. So not bad at all. But of course, yes, we have to sing the praises of Buck and Peterson and the Vale of Atholl, of course, who had stellar performances in their own grades. But I just wanted to, just highlight that one and just let you know I really enjoyed it. There you go. Alrighty, so that was Bankery and Guruk competition, and we're going to get into the details, of course, of those more as we get into the rest of the show. Looking at the Grade 4B results as well, forgive me, I just hadn't read those out. So yeah, Bucksburn District came away with the top spot in Grade 4B, and they lifted the drumming as well. So apologies, I didn't read that out to begin with. I started at 4A when I should have started at 4B. For shame, Big Rab. Well, I am very proud to announce here on the podcast this week that the Big Rab Show team are going to the United States. Woo! Yeah, we are going to be jumping on an airplane and heading over to the United States. Now, everyone's wondering, why and where are you going? Well, I can proudly announce here on the show that we are going in July to the Monterey Scottish Games and Celtic Festival in California. Yeah. Ourselves and the Big Rab Show team have been kindly invited out there to cover the piping and drumming, of course, but also their invitational kitchen piping event as well. They also have drum majoring competitions as well on the weekend, and we just cannot wait to go and see all of the incredible action, because whenever you look at the information about the festival and the bands that are playing at this, oh, yeah, it looks to be quite a competition. So you can go and look at the information now. So go to MontereyCelticFest.com. And all the details are there about the drum majors, competitions, their pipe bands that are all playing. There are bands all the way up to Grade 3, I think. We have a couple of Grade 3s in there with the Kevin R. Blandford Memorial Pipe Band. They're going to be there. We also have Silicon Valley Pipe Band that's going to be there as well. So quite a number of pipe bands playing at this, but also their kitchen piping event is going to be quite a draw. When you consider there's going to be over $1,000 for a first place, that's not bad. And when you read the list of people who are competing in it, wait till you hear this. We have Alistair Lee, Austin Deppenhorst. We have Jeff Cullen, of course, from LA Scots. We have Ross Miller. Yeah, from Inverary. And Xavier Bordeaux, of course. Yeah, God, we've had Xavier on the show before many times. Of course, he's formerly from SFU. So, yeah, this is going to be quite a fantastic event that we're really excited to get to. Yeah, I'm very happy to announce that we're going. So, yeah, if you have any plans to be at the Monterey Highland Games, or even now if you're listening to this announcement on the podcast and you think, oh, I might like to get to that, then check out the website for more details on what all's going to be there at the competition, first of all, as well as the kitchen piping event as well, which will be a lot of fun. So MontereyCelticFest.com, and that's where all your information is there. And yes, you can also meet us here in the Big Rab Show team. As far as I know, it's myself. I'll be there. Deej McIntosh, our Scotland correspondent, and also James Kennedy as well, our drum majoring correspondent, will be there as well. So all three of us will be travelling over to the United States to cover things there at the Monterey Celtic Festival. There you are. Really, really looking forward to that. So anyway, let's swiftly move on to another little news story. We'll glance straight over that then, will we? All right, I have to take my hat off, I suppose, to the Bagpipe Association of Germany. Yes. Now, yeah, believe it or not, as much as we were focused on events here in Bankery and Guruk, there was also a competition in a town called Penn in Germany. The Penn International Pipe Band Championships, to be precise. And, yeah, can I just say that listening to some of the performances from this event pretty much sounded awesome and not what I expected. I was tuning into this thinking, well, this is piping and drumming in Germany. It might be a little bit ropey, you know, but absolutely not. Oh, wow. I was so surprised. Some of the performances here were absolutely stellar. So I have to give a shout out in particular to the Vienna Pipes and Drums, both their Grade 4 band that won the prize overall in Grade 4 and their Grade 3 band as well, which played incredibly well. They had a great run. And also to the Nutshide Forest Pipe Band. I think that's how you pronounce your name. It's probably Stuff I'd Rab got wrong. Stuff I'd Rab got wrong. Yeah, they lifted the top spot, of course, in both Grade 2 and in the open grade as well. And, yeah, fantastic performance. There was another one, the Berlin Thistle Pipes and Drums, who also have a TikTok account as well. They're quite an entertaining pipe band and had a great performance. The Dresden Pipes and Drums as well had a great performance. A lot of great bands in this competition, actually. And one of which I think kind of fell by the wayside because it did sort of clash with everything that was happening here in the UK. So, if you do have the time, time, then please do look up some of these pipe bands. Definitely worth your time watching them. And I do hope that someday they'll actually travel over to the UK and duke it out for the Worlds. You know, I dare say there'll be some good competition from these bands. It's definitely a scene that I don't know enough about, but one of which I'm definitely curious about. Yeah. So the Bagpipe Association of Germany and their fantastic competition this past weekend of the Penn International Pipe Band Championship seemed to be a lot of fun. And was really quite well attended too. Huge crowds. So, yeah, quite an awesome event. And a piping scene that I'll be keeping a track of now. Who knows? You may be seeing some of these bands in the coming years, I suppose, travelling across and possibly lifting a title or two. You never know. Anyway, let's move swiftly on to another news story then. Well, we've got an announcement from Mackenzie Caledonian. Of course, we know the MacCals, as they're affectionately known. They're coming to the UK's here in Northern Ireland. They are entered and will be duking it out for that major championship. Well, they put it out on social media saying that they have a few spots available on their bus. So if you do want to travel over from Dundee, then yeah, why not? Contact the MacCals. They've got a few spots available on their bus. Their email address is maccalpb@gmail.com, or you can contact any band member to arrange. This, of course, will include your bus, your ferry, and your bus and your hotel, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, for further details, check out the Mackenzie Caledonian Pipe Band on their social media, or contact any member. I'm sure they'd love to hear from you. There you are. Alrighty, well, I have to say, social media has pretty much been awash with so many great performances of bands and photographs of ones all getting back together again, smiling with, you know, ice creams and kids running about in the sunshine. It's just been so heartwarming following it all. And one such thing that I was so personally happy to see return, now, I don't know, you guys are going to laugh at this, but I was so happy to tune into Drone Chorus. Oh, yeah, I know people are going to be laughing at that, but yeah, I'm such a huge Drone Chorus fan on YouTube. I don't know about you folks, but yes, I knew Guruk was at the weekend on Sunday, and then it was the following day. I couldn't wait to see the Drone Chorus videos. So by way of a shameless plug, yes, I don't know if he listens to the pod, but I'm sure he will appreciate the plug, no doubt. But yeah, go and check out Drone Chorus. He is back on form again with incredible quality. Yeah, just go and check it out. Drone Chorus knows how to do it. He's the best in the business. And yeah, he was filming all the performances, of course, from Guruk in the Grade 1 competition. Oh, my God, so good. So go and check out Drone Chorus. I just wanted to give him a mention on the pod this week because, yeah, as much as piping and drumming are returning to competition, Drone Chorus is returning with his camera. And that just pleased me no end. Now, also this past week, we have had some announcements from the Belfast International Tattoo of various different artists that will be appearing at the Belfast Tattoo this year. And yes, they are reminding people that bands are back again, and so is the tattoo. And if you are interested in going to the Belfast International Tattoo, they are urging you to grab your tickets early and avoid disappointment. They are expecting sellout crowds this year. So, if you are interested, like I say, go along to the SSE Arena box office. You can grab them there. Or you can go along to the Belfast International Tattoo website itself and secure your tickets. Yeah, because I can tell you now from previous experience that the tattoo in Belfast is an incredible event. And yeah, I am so excited for this incoming year for the Belfast Tattoo. It's just going to be absolutely off the chain. So, yeah. Oh, this gets the Big Rab Show seal of approval. Go and grab your tickets now and avoid all disappointment. Yeah, the Belfast International Tattoo opening its doors again this year. I am very excited for that. Okay. Right, moving on to another news story then. So, you may have heard on a previous Big Rab Show pod when we were talking about the New Zealand Nationals. And can I say, that got a lot of people dead excited, and we got a number of emails about it saying, Rab, where can we get more information about it? Well, first of all, of course, the main port of call would be the RNZ PBA website. Go along and have a look at that. And we got a load of questions asking, when is it again? When is it? It's being held over 2 days. It's being held on Friday the 10th through Saturday 11th of March 2023. So next year. You have plenty of time to consider it and even possibly book your flights. Now, the reason I'm mentioning booking flights is because they're actively encouraging bands to travel internationally to this event, which is really cool to see. Now, this is the 2023 New Zealand and South Pacific Pipe Band Championships, otherwise affectionately known as the New Zealand Nationals, but they are also encouraging bands from around the globe to attend this. Now, I don't need to tell you just how awesome the New Zealand Nationals are. I've been a massive fan of following all of the live stream content, of course, and all of the recorded performances. There's some stellar piping and drumming on offer here, and it would just be incredible to be in the middle of it all. So, if you are or have the availability to travel, then why not go to Christchurch in New Zealand and check out the New Zealand Nationals? I don't know, if I had enough dough under my belt, I would go myself. This would be an absolutely incredible experience. So, for all of those asking questions about the New Zealand Nationals, yes, they're happening. They're happening next year, 10th and 11th of March 2023. And no doubt we'll have to get talking to the organisers of this event, closer to the time, because this will be quite a huge event there in New Zealand. And we'll definitely be wanting to, get more information on this and who's playing, all that sort of stuff. So, as we get more information on the New Zealand Nationals, we'll definitely let you folks know. But, if you are wanting all of their information, including hotels in the area, all that sort of stuff, go to RNZ PBA. That's where all your info is, indeed, including all your contact details and that too. So there you are. I know that's another shameless plug, but hey, that's all I seem to do here in the show is just shameless plugs. But for those asking questions about the New Zealand Nationals, that's where you go. Go up there now to the RNZ PBA website for all your information. All right. Moving swiftly on then to another little news story, I have to give a mention to SA Musical here in Northern Ireland and sunny Belfast, who held a bit of a British Drum Co. event this past while, where Stu from their marching department at the British Drum Company was over here in Northern Ireland, showing off the drums and, both the marching end and the pipe band end with all of the axial drums. Just wanted to give a shout out to SA Musical and their British Drum Co. event, which happened this past weekend. And by all accounts, it was very popular. So, swiftly moving on to another little news story then. Before we get into all of this week's topic of the week, I have to mention that good luck to everyone who's heading to the Grand Valley Highland Games, which are, this weekend. As much as I was shouting and crowing about Bangor, I have to give a shout then to the Grand Valley Highland Games, which are this weekend, May 14th and 15th in Mesa County Fairgrounds. So good luck to everyone entered for that. And yes, of course, you guessed it, that if there is any piping and drumming action and we do manage to catch it online, then of course we will be sharing that out on our social media, of course. Now, I also have to give a brief mention, of course, to the Ulster Scottish Pipe Band. Now, we did mention on our previous Big Rab show that they will be celebrating their 100th anniversary, and this past week, the band did mark it, and can I say, they had an absolutely incredible celebration. And shout out to everyone who was involved, of course. The band themselves put on a bit of a performance, but also a lot of the band's supporters and previous members from over the years were also in attendance, so quite a heartwarming occasion. Also, myself, I managed to have a conversation with the guys at the Ulster Scottish Pipe Band there on BBC Radio Ulster's Kintra programme. We heard all about the establishment of the band, and now that they're celebrating 100 years on the road, then what the future holds for them as well. So just awesome to see the Ulster Scottish Pipe Band there celebrating 100 years. So good luck to you guys. Looking forward to seeing what's going to be happening in future there at the Ulster Scottish Pipe Band. Indeed. Okay, so that's pretty much it for all of this week's news and updates and stuff. For more information, of course, on any of the news stories that I didn't manage to touch on this week, then definitely be sure to be following us on our social media. The Big Rab Show on Twitter and on Facebook, and of course, all the other usual places. You can go and check us out. Of course, we try and update you on every story as it happens, when it happens. Now, if there is any particular story that we didn't mention on this week's podcast, then please do get in contact with us as always. BigRabShow@gmail.com. And we'll do our best to get it squeezed into next week's show. If anything, it's possibly one of the biggest downsides, I suppose, of being a news outlet, is trying to keep up with everything. Sometimes there's just way too much that we could possibly keep up with. And considering we even took a break last week to give you an on-the-ground report from the Kids with Cancer event, there's always going to be stories that we miss. So, if that is the case and you would, like to hear it talked about on the show, then please do point it out to us and draw our attention. That email address again, bigrabshow@gmail.com. Alrighty. Well, the focus so far has been about Bankery, Gurrick, even the Penn Championships, and of course the New Zealand Nationals. With so much in front of us, this week's topic of the week is we're back. So let's go and get myself a big cup of tea. It's time for the topic of the week.